Hello and welcome to episode 52 of IOnTheTigers, a podcast all about the National Ice Hockey League, but one that always has an eye on the Telford Tigers. This week, going to take a look at the teams and how they're shaping up for the upcoming season. It's going to be done in alphabetical order and just rip through the players who have been announced to date, and perhaps just a thought or two about how well I think they'll do next season. So, as I said, alphabetically, let's start off then with the Berkshire Bees. So, Brett Shepherd, Max Wright. Max Wright is non-British trained netminder, one of three that's been announced in the league so far. So, let's see how he does. Also, Titan Cathcart, Oliver Nagg, Stuart Mogg, Preston Toombs, Marcus Mitchell, Vanya Antonov, Marcel Balaz, Roman Cathcart, Dominic Cabage, Liam Morris, Adam Ramsbottom, Dan Rose, and Will Stead. So, roster's definitely assembling there for the Bees. Non-British trained netminder. I think, they've got a good chance of securing a playoff spot, which they did last season. And will probably, I would suspect, be looking to get that playoff place secured a little bit earlier in the season, shall we say. Moving on, Bristol Pitbulls. So their signings to date: Tyler de la Bertouche, Tommy Napier, the second of the non-British trained netminders, Tanner Butler, Reece Cochrane, Finn Page, Sam Smith, Jacob Whitesay, Ben Davis, Cameron Hamill, Ewan Hill, Elliot Lewis, Mason Lipsey, Barry McKenzie, Sean Morris, Bailey Harewood, Nick Price, and Reese Smetham. For them, they've got to be challenging for a playoff slot, if not actually achieving one. Non-British trained netminder, everything the way they're going, to help keep some goals out. Unless I've missed something, they haven't yet signed non-British trained forwards, so they're going to be relying upon lots of Brits to be putting up plenty of points for them. Moving on, so next up, alphabetically of course, Hull Seahawks. So their signings announced to date: Jordan McLaughlin, Dimitri Zamostra, Declan Barmer, Davey Phillips, Thomas Stupley, Callum McGill, Lee Hayward, Lee Bonner, Owen Bruton, Bobby Chamberlain, Reece Edwards, Jordan Fisher, Jason Hewitt, Declan Jones, Owen Sobchak, Emil Svech, and Alex Kent. It's quite a team they're putting together there at Hull. They're going to be very competitive. They're going to be tough to play against. For them, it's got to be challenging for a trophy this season. I say challenging for a trophy, probably challenging for all three, and realistically securing at least one piece of silverware. I would be thinking is got to be sort of the minimum aim at Hull. Next up, Leeds Knights. So Sam Gospel, Lewis Baldwin, Jordan Griffin, Bowden Neely, Christianis Fugalis, Dylan Hehir, Noah McMullen, Bailey Pear, Finley Braden, Kieran Brown, Jordan Bueza, Ollie Endicott, Innes Gallagher, Matt Howlett, Matthew Barron, Matt Bissonette, Ethan Hehir. Same as last season for Leeds, albeit with more than one piece of silverware, I would imagine is going to be their aim. MK Lightning. So Jordan Headley, Will Curlin, Ben Brown, Archie Salisbury, Ben Solder, James Griffin, Ed Naggs, Harry Gulliver, Carter Hamill, Dylan Lawrence, Corey McEwen, Max Stewart, Tim Wallace, Jordan Cowney, Callum Field, Rio Grinnell Park. More of the same for last year for them, I think will be the aim, and that is at least one piece of silverware, and I think they'd be hoping for maybe a stronger challenge on the league. Would be what I say they are looking for, and certainly start to assemble the pieces for it. Peterborough Phantoms, Luke Clark, Hayden Levine, so Levine the third of the non-British trained netminders announced to date. Also Bradley Bowring, Callum Bouglas, Tom Norton, Billy Thorpe, Nojus Venskutonis, Joe Gretton, Ivan Bjorkley Nordstrom, Luke Ferrara, Jasper Foster, Jarvis Hunt, Yanni Lackinen, Austin Mitchell-King, Tom Palmer, Cameron Howe, Nathan Salem. Competitive, they're going to be looking for silverware again, definitely. Be interesting to see what kind of challenge they put in the league this season. Last season, I don't think they put up a massive challenge, to be fair. So this season I'm expecting better from the Phantoms. Romford Raiders, so they have Ethan James, Elliot Dewey, Marco Pascal, Tom Ralph, Adam Lasham, TJ Anderson, Brandon Iliff, Jake Sylvester. Very much rebuilding. They'll be hoping to challenge for the playoffs. Whether or not they can secure a playoff spot, I don't know, but it's going to be interesting to see how they go. There's been plenty of changes in Romford over the summer. In terms of changes, another team that's been undergoing some changes is Sheffield Steel Dogs, as their roster to date: Ben Norton, Curtis Warburton, Ben Morgan, Tom Barry, Jonathan Kirk, Nathan Ripley, Finley Ulrich, Morgan Clark Pizzo, Tate Shudra. Shaping up nicely. They're definitely going to be looking for playoff spot as absolute minimum for the upcoming season. Solway Sharks: Callum Hepburn, Jordan Marr, Oliver Arsenault, Kel Beattie, Liam Danskin, Liam Stenton, Stuart Kerr, Mason Alderson, Kieran Hare, Callie Robertson, Joe Coulter, John Dunbar and Lewis Young. Just missed out on the playoffs last season. This season, definitely be looking to get in there. I think Jordan Marr is going to be crucial if he has a good season. I can see them sneaking in. I think that's going to be sort of an absolute key for them at the back. Swindon Wildcats: Rennie Marr, Tyler Pear, Edgar Bebrice, Ed Bradley, Sam Godfrey, Tyler Plews, Luke Johnson, Jamie Smith, Glenn Billings, Sam Bullis, Chris Jones, Thomas Malazinski, Aaron Nell, Balint Pacozzi, Reed Sayers, Josh Shaw and Dylan Lipsey. Not many changes there. Still going to be a competitive side, still going to be tough to play against. Be hoping for a piece of silverware. Whether they're strong enough to do it, I don't know at the moment. I think they've got Malazinski announced. They could bring in 2 other non-British trained players who are going to stick up stacks of points. And yes, if not, might be a slightly longer season at Swindon in terms of challenging for honours this season. This coming season. Last and, of course, most definitely not least, the Telford Tigers. So signings announced to date. I think I've kept you up to date with most of these as the weeks have gone on, but we'll run through anyway. Brad Day, Rhodes Mitchell-King, Deacon Fielder, Ryan Leese, Nick Oliver, Jake Price, Finley Howes, Harry Ferguson, Adam Harding, Edgar Landsbergs, Louis Newell, Tom Byrne, Lucas Price and Devon Skoleski. Plenty of familiar faces there for Tigers fans. Again, we're going to be good, we're going to be solid. Looking forward to seeing how we go. Playoff spot as a minimum, and why not make another playoff run? Because that seems to be what we're doing great at the moment. Certainly for the past couple of seasons, having made the Final Four. So that runs through the signings announced to date across the league. Who do you think is shaping up particularly well? Who do you think might find the upcoming season a bit of a struggle? As always, leave me a comment. Let me know. Looking forward to hearing what you think. But in terms of this episode, that's everything I've got for today. I'll be back this time next week. Bye for now.